Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a flip book. I haven't made one of those in a while, and I want to try to make a few flip books before like the 10th of December, so I want to mail some out. And today we're going to be using this die cuts with a view premium stack, ultimate tag stack, and I'm going to share with you how the pages look, but I'm just going to show you from the back. I'm not going to do an actual flip through of it. I'll try not to have a glare. In case you're wondering, it's 48 pages. One set of pages has treatments. So it's 48 pages, 2 of each kind. One set of pages has treatments, and then another set of pages is plain, no treatment. So it shows you the treatment pages as well as the non-treated page. So this is a non-treated page, and then this is a treated page. It's glossy in some sections, and some, I said I was going to do a flip through. Some pages have gold foiling on there as well. I think a lot of people like gold, so that's why they have a lot of gold. I pulled out four or five pages and only cut down 3 of them, 3 or 4. So this is one very cute little cat. This one actually can be cut down again, so let me cut that one down. This one, I think it's trying to change the trimmer blade again, because the pages are starting to get scruffy. So I'm just showing you the pages cut down and out. So I'm watching the news, as I do most mornings, unless it's something crazy going on in the world, and then I don't like to watch the news. And the forecast says it's 35 degrees. Last night when I was getting out the little roommate's clothing, I was like, is it going to be cold tomorrow? Because the weather lady, the meteorologist, I don't think is accurate. And everyone says, oh, Mississippi weather is unpredictable. So I don't know. I just know that it is cold this morning, a few degrees from freezing. And now I'm going to be using this value pack of note cards, craft paper, craft color, of course. Now I want to tell y'all a quick thing about this craft cards. I do not like, for what I use this paper for, I do not like I do not like the envelopes to be triangle shape. I like for them to be, I guess, a blunt edge, squared off or rectangled off. But we're going to make it work, and we're going to use 4. And you've all seen, if you've been watching my channel, you've seen me do this before. You've seen me how I do it, but I'm going to share it, go over it again. Because sometimes when, I know for me, when I subscribe to people's channels, I don't always go back and watch their previous videos. Some people videos I do because that's what I do, and then some I don't. Alright, so here we go. Now, I am left-handed, as you all know. So what I tend to do is, I guess I make a left-handed book versus a right-handed book. But I think with flip books, you can't go wrong with any size that you do. Another thing that I do not care for when it comes to the triangle size envelopes, the shape envelopes, is that it also has a triangle here. If you have the ones that are like that, then the paper stops like that. So now what I have to do is the paper that I get, I usually just measure it out and cover up the entire thing like that, so it's not a big deal. And the recipient, if she watches this video, then she'll know how I made it. And I always just go from there like that. And so whenever I create these, I always make sure that I have a good gusset. So whenever I'm doing this, so whenever you do make your video, good grief, whenever you do make your flip book, let's put this to the side. Whenever you do make your flip book, I pulled out 5, okay. You have to be careful with how much stuff you're going to stuff it with and how big you're going to make it. And that's why I chose 5 pages, 5 flips versus 4. I may only be able to use 4 though. And so when you flip this thing over, you see right now it's already thick and we haven't done anything to it. So what I do to just keep it very simple and easy, and the reason why I'm using these triangle envelopes, even though I don't care for them much, is because I have them on hand and I need to get rid of them. I need to use them. Is I just fold it over to where I think I want it to be. And this is easy to do. You know, once you fold it over, you just varnish it down. And I said this on a previous video, but I'm not sure if I kept the video or not. I've been deleting a few videos that I made, and this is crooked, so you gotta be careful with that. But someone I was watching I've been watching a lot of watch listening, I guess you could say. I do not like to watch listen videos. I like to just watch them and then listen, you know, watch as they play. But a lady said that you can use, the reason why she likes craft paper is because craft does not crack, which is awesome to know. So let me stop trying to take the easy way out and go ahead and score these properly. I was hoping I wouldn't have to pull out the scoreboard. And I don't have measurements. I know some people that actually do make these, they actually have measurements, which is really good for people like me that when I was learning how to do this, because they tell you, oh, I measure a 1/4 inch from the seam, or a 1/4 inch, or 1/2 inch, or whatever. It's really good for you like that. But for me, I just kind of eyeball it and adjust as I fold. The wider the gusset, the easier it is to put things in. And I'll show you that in a minute. So as you notice, I didn't do as wide as the other one right there, because this is going to be one of the first folds. And when you fold your book, when you fold it over, you'll notice where you need to have the larger gussets versus the smaller gussets. Which makes it very easy to craft and create when you have your gussets in line. And this is the one I messed up, so I'm just going to fix it. Also, when you have envelopes, if you use envelopes, I know a lot of people don't use envelopes to make their flip books. Some people just use craft paper, scrap book crafting pages, and cut it up and use washi tape. I really don't like to use washi tape on this and ask the washi tape to actually tape down, because you all know my saying about washi tape. It's just for show. It's not really that great. Some washi tape is good, like the duct tape washi tape. It's like duct tape. It's super it holds well and things like that. So all these should be straight now, because I actually used I actually can't speak, obviously. I used I scored it. There you go. I had to close my eyes and think about the word I wanted to say. Many things change when you start to age. Many, many things. All right, so now what you do when you make your gussets, this is how it will look once you get it together. It's just like that. All right. And so now you just need to figure out how you want to fold it. So I'm going to go big to small. Just like this. Okay. I need to do small to big because I'm doing one fold over here like that, and we'll tape it down so it actually starts to work properly. Then we're going to fold this one like that, and then we're going to fold this one. I'm going to get Nicholas, please excuse the noise, like that, and then this will be like that. Okay, so I probably should have numbered these things, right? But that makes too much sense. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is get a tape. Now, when you tape this down, you should probably use some tape that you can trust. I'm going to use some red line tape as well as this Teresa Collins tape runner. And from what I understand, red line is like the duct tape of tape when it comes to using it, which is awesome for me. I got this tape from Joann Fabric, I believe. They have it for $1.99, Miss Sparkle & Co. I never catch Miss Sparkle & Co. on sale. I don't go to Joann's that often unless I'm on that side of town, and I'm not on that side of town that often. So I don't go that often unless I'll go to Joann purposefully if I need to. And so here we go. We're just gonna pull this down. They also have some red line tape at Tuesday Morning right now. And can you believe I didn't get it? I sure did not. I did not buy it. So you want to make sure you line this up as close as possible. If you can line it up all the way, that would be awesome. See, like this is crooked, and I did not apply pressure. But this red line tape is no holes barred over here. So what I'm going to do, do it just like this. Line it up. And apply pressure. Just like that. And so now you have your first fold. The first one I ever made, I was super nervous about doing it. Because I was giving it to someone, Sylvia. I was giving it to Sylvia, and I was really, really nervous about creating it. I'm not sure if if you craft, I want to assume that everyone that's watching this is a crafter. Come on, tape. If you're ever nervous about your craft projects. The only person I'm never nervous about giving stuff to is my aunt. If my mom was around, I'd probably be nervous about giving stuff to her too, because she's a crafter. I think when you give stuff to crafters, you're more nervous than when you give stuff to non-crafters. I'm not even sure how that makes any sense. I think because crafters, even though they appreciate the stuff that you do because they know how much time it takes you to craft a project, or they may not know, because I think some people think that flip books are easy and quick to make. And in my situation, I don't believe that flipbooks are easy and quick to make. But I craft really slow, so I don't think that they're easy to make. So some people, you know, they may say, oh, a flipbook is easy. And I'm like, a flipbook is not easy to make. But anyway, my aunt is not a crafter, so I think she just appreciates the beauty of whatever I've created for her. My mom would probably analyze it. No, she wouldn't analyze it either, because I crocheted her a hat before, and she wore it. And I think that was like one of my first couple of hats that I had made using the Red Heart crochet pattern. And she wore it with pride, so she even made one. It is the ugliest thing ever, but I keep it because she made it. When I lived in Texas, before I moved here, I was going through some of her belongings because she was a crafter as well. I was going through some of her belongings, and I pulled out an unfinished granny square blanket, and it was so beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. And I just was like, wow, this is amazing. My mom was like a silent craft assassin. Like, she would sit there and think and create, and when she finished, she'd be like, how'd you do that? So, yeah. Sometimes when I craft, it just takes me back to a better time, a better situation in life. And then I get snapped back into reality, which is fine. No big deal. Life happens, right? And we have to keep moving. If you don't keep moving, life will just pass you by. Excuse that noise, please. And now I'm just going to varnish it down. I don't think I've ever done a 5-page flip book. So this is going to be pretty cool to create. Maybe I made one and don't remember. I don't know. This first page, the first one I laid down, is still crooked. So I am going to attempt to fix it. Okay, so I'm sitting here, right? Well, first of all, it's only 4 pages because, yeah, it did not want to work properly for me, which is fine. No big deal. No big deal at all. But I was sitting here and I was like, yeah, now it's time to cover the paper up. And since I'm using these flowery girly colors, I'm sitting over here and I have a mermaid paper pad next to me and 2 Christmas paper pads. So I need to go and hopefully dig in my paper pads that I have not packed up and see if I have one that will fit my theme. Okay, so I have a pile of loose pages sitting on one of my shelves, and I got this 2 out. So I want to just check and make sure that these will actually go with them. And I don't know what paper this comes from. It's probably a hot buy of some sort, but I'm not sure. And although I pull all these little tags out, I'm not going to be using all the tags. I just want to make sure that the colors are complementary. Like this, even though the colors go well, I don't think that this would be good. It's just too many dueling or fighting colors. So like this definitely can use maybe the little cat. Those colors match pretty good. The rose I won't put on there. So that is going to be awesome. The bad thing about this, as I'm thinking about what I want to put inside the little pockets, is that I don't have a lot of ephemera left out. I have a bunch of random things, so this is going to be interesting to say the least. So now what I'm going to do, that just drives me bananas, is I am going to measure out my back and front. So the back will probably be one continuous seamless page like that, but the front or the inside will not be, because I'm going to have to make sure I don't cover up these things. So I'll cut the paper down and be back. Okay, so we are back. I cut down the paper that I want to use on the back side. And I believe that I have cut it wrong, which is okay. I guess it's okay. I'm going to just try and work with it because I only have this one page. I don't have a lot of extra pages. So as I'm looking at it, it looks like I've cut something too short or something too tall. Let's see. So we'll see how this looks. I don't mind having a border around it, a craft border around it, so that's okay. What I try to do though is go from the edge to go over the fold, and I didn't execute that properly. Let me just see something. So they all have different measurements and sizes, so this is probably what I wanted to do. Yeah, but we're going to just go with it because I can always add some embellishments or trimming of some sort at the bottom, wherever I need to make it not look so funny looking. I'm going to do that. And again, I'm going to use this red line tape, and I'm going to apply the tape directly onto the cardstock. I'm thinking I don't want to mess with cutting and peeling though. So I'm just going to pull out this Teresa Collins tape runner. And go from there. I am not even sure how you roll crooked. I guess it's crooked in a straight line. If that makes any sense. It's a straight line, it's just diagonal. So we're going to put that on here and apply this carefully as possible. Okay. And move on to the next one. And then I'll go back and varnish it down once I see if it looks really, really bad. And if it looks really bad at the end of the day, it is just paper. No matter how hard or how much you put your love into it, your time and effort. And I'll just do another one. I guess I'm going to have to make this watch from the beginning and then see what I do at the end, because you all know that my recording time. See, now this one is supposed to be like that, right? Because I wanted it to cover. I want it to kind of look like a seamless fold, but I overshot just a little bit and undershot on here. So I'm going to fix that. I think I have some trim. Maybe I put some yellow or some yellow trim on there. The one I did for my friend's daughter, the frozen one I made, I put some blue trim at the bottom. It was really, I thought it was pretty. Actually, it wasn't real trim. It was crochet yarn, but it was what everyone I think calls. It wasn't even eyelash trim. It was just a decorative one. And I've noticed that if you don't apply a lot of pressure down on your gun, all the glue won't come off. Maybe it's just where I have it at. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that's it. All right. No worries at all. We will fix the awkward ugly. It's not that bad, I guess. I guess I can go right here and trim this off if I wanted to, right? So maybe I'll do that with some scissors though, not with the paper trimmer, because I would definitely jack that up. What I was trying to do is make the gusset paper. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just moved on and not did that. I think in the future when I try this project, what I am going to try and do is just cover the paper first, cover the envelopes first, and then connect. So I'll probably do something with some same color paper so that it doesn't look super weird. So now I'm going to varnish it down. And even though it looks a hot mess right now, I'm okay with that. I'm going to see if I just can't recover from that and go from there. Uh-oh. Messed up my gusset. Because the plane is going down, but it hasn't landed yet, and maybe we can pull up from that. Right? Alright, so this is what we have so far. It's a crazy looking constructed flipbook, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. I may just do a two-parter, but anyway, I want to say thank you all for watching. Hope you try this out. Happy crafting.